Imagine an ocean, but instead of water, it is millions of square kilometers of impenetrable forest. 9 million square kilometers, an area larger than many continents. We call it the Taiga. From satellite imagery, we see only an endless green expanse. We naively assume it is merely trees, swamps, and wild animals. This is perhaps the greatest misconception of modern geography. The taiga is the largest, most ancient, and most resilient ecosystem on our planet. Beneath its dense canopy, sunlight has barely penetrated for millennia. Here lie hidden artifacts and anomalies capable of shattering our understanding of physics and human history. This is a territory that operates by its own rules. Electronics fail here. Expeditions vanish here. And objects of unknown origin, which official science cannot yet explain, are found here. Today, we venture into the deepest recesses of this emerald silence. We will lift the veil of mystery from 11 of the most unsettling, inexplicable, and astonishing enigmas of the Siberian and Far Eastern taiga. This journey will irrevocably alter your perception of the world. Prepare yourselves. We are crossing the threshold of the unknown. We begin with a phenomenon whispered about by seasoned guides and geologists: the zones of rejection. In the most unexplored, inaccessible sectors of the taiga, hundreds of kilometers from any established routes, lie tracks where the fundamental laws of physics cease to apply. These are places where animals do not venture and where birds do not sing. The first anomaly that strikes any expedition crossing the invisible boundary of such a zone is the trees. Their trunks do not reach for the sun. Instead, they twist at unnatural angles, lie prostrate on the ground, or are coiled into perfect spirals, as if a colossal unseen hand in the phenomenon through soil movement or powerful winds. But wind does not twist wood into tight springs across an area of several square kilometers. Absolute, ringing acoustic vacuum descends. You cannot hear the crunch of branches underfoot, the rustle of leaves, or the moan of the wind. The air becomes dense, almost tangible. At this precise moment, all electronics fail. Batteries drain in seconds, screens go dark, and compass needles spin wildly in every direction. Precise measurements, painstakingly taken with mechanical instruments, reveal colossal distortions in the electromagnetic field. An impression arises that deep beneath the roots of these spiral trees, a monumental, unseen force is at work. A generator, capable of creating a protective dome. A dome that distorts not only gravity and the planet's magnetic lines, but also the very flow of time within its zone. What exactly do these impenetrable anomalies conceal? Are they artificial barriers, or incredible failures in the very fabric of nature? The answer remains elusive even now. We delve deeper. The Irkutsk region, the Vitimsky district, an impenetrable thicket. In 1949, geologist Vadim Kolpakov, from the air, discovers something that makes his eyes widen. In the midst of an absolutely flat taiga, rises a colossal cone of crushed limestone, perfectly smooth, the height of a 15-story building. And at the center of this cone, a hemispherical sphere resembling an enormous egg. The local inhabitants, the Yakuts, shun this place, calling it Nezdo Onni Navarla, the nest of fire. They claim that near the crater people feel unwell and compasses spin wildly. And science corroborates this. The Patomskiy Crater is a geological paradox. It is approximately 500 years old. But how did it form? It is not a volcano. There are no volcanic rocks here. It is not the impact site of a meteorite. Investigations have revealed a powerful magnetic anomaly deep beneath the crater. There, at a depth of about 100 meters, lies a massive object of high density. Most astonishingly, the crater breathes. It continues to change its shape, sinking at times, then rising. The large trees growing around it, at a specific period in their life cycle, suddenly begin to grow several times faster than normal, as if subjected to powerful radiation or electromagnetic bombardment. What mechanism lies hidden beneath this limestone dome? Who or what has woven this stony nest? We transport ourselves to the remote regions of Yakutia, to the basin of the Vilyui River. This place is known as Yelu-Chirki-Che, which translates to the deadly, strange place. Here, permafrost conceals dent expeditions. Evenk hunters have passed down legends for centuries about strange copper houses hidden within the earth. These are giant metallic hemispheres, partially emerging from the ground. The metal from which they are forged resists all attempts at manipulation. It cannot be chipped, scratched, or melted. The edges of these cauldrons are as sharp as a razor. The most peculiar aspect is that inside these hemispheres, it is always warm. Even in 50-degree frosts, the snow melts around them, and unnaturally large grasses grow. In the past, hunters attempted to shelter inside these cauldrons, seeking refuge from the biting cold. But those who spent even a few nights there soon began to lose their health, growing weak and vanishing without a trace. Researchers attempting to map these spheres have encountered a disturbing phenomenon. The cauldrons disappear. The permafrost slowly draws them into the depths of the planet, only to push them out again, their secrets preserved within the frozen earth, a testament to forces we are only beginning to comprehend. In these new places, what do we find? Are these the remnants of an ancient climate control system? Or perhaps defensive structures left by a civilization far surpassing our own in development? The metallurgy involved defies our current understanding, yielding alloys with characteristics we cannot replicate. We depart Yakutia, journeying south to western Siberia, to the Altai Mountains. For a long time, the most impressive megaliths on Earth were thought to be in Baalbek or South America. Yet, what geologists have discovered on Mount Kuilum eclipses all previously known ancient monuments. Deep within the taiga, a wall rises, constructed from colossal granite blocks. Their sheer scale is almost incomprehensible. Some stones measure 20 meters in length, their weight exceeding 3,000 tons. For perspective, the largest block in the Great Pyramid of Giza weighs around 80 tons. Official geology attempts to explain these formations as the result of natural rock weathering. But how could nature sculpt such perfectly right angles, such precise chamfers, and lay blocks upon each other with mathematical exactitude? Between these stones, not even a blade's edge can be inserted. Many blocks bear distinct marks of thermal impact, as if the rock was melted by an immense cutting tool. If ancient civilizations were responsible, the scope of their power is simply staggering. To lift and position a block weighing 3,000 tons, modern engineers would require cranes that simply do not exist. Who built these walls before the dawn of the last ice age? And what were they designed to protect? The fifth mystery of the taiga defies all laws of geography and climatology. Imagine this scene. The remote, frozen Siberian taiga, with its dense forests, bogs, and mountain ranges capped with snow. And then, emerging from the midst of this verdant sea, a genuine yellow desert. These are the Chara Sands, an area spanning 10 by 5 kilometers featuring true high dunes, singing sands, and wind-swept ripples, all reminiscent of the Sahara. Only here, instead of camels, one might encounter reindeer. The desert's edge abruptly terminates, as if drawn by a line, giving way to swamps. This desert neither expands nor recedes over millennia. Science suggests it is the remnant of an ancient glacial lake. But the true enigma lies within. Within these dunes, an entirely autonomous microclimate forms. Winters here are significantly colder than in the surrounding taiga, while summers see the sand heat to unimaginable temperatures. Local inhabitants speak of auditory anomalies. On clear days, the sands emit a hum, akin to the sound of heavy turbines. It is as if, deep beneath a layer of quartz sand, a colossal functioning mechanism lies hidden, dissipating heat from some cyclopean subterranean object. This place appears as a glitch in nature's matrix, a fragment of another continent inexplicably inserted into the Siberian wilderness. The sixth mystery lies concealed in the most remote and inaccessible reaches of the taiga, areas impossible to reach by conventional means. From the vantage point of a soaring bird, these geological formations resemble the immense, perfectly round pupils of an ancient eye, gazing directly into the heavens. These are the Black Lakes. They stand in stark contrast to any body of water we know. No river or stream flows into them, nor does any emerge. By all laws of physics, they should have long ago evaporated or become stagnant swamps. Yet, the water within never ceases to move. More astonishingly, the leases and falls as if a colossal heart beats deep within the earth, forcing them. Hydrologists who have managed to transport equipment to these remote locations have encountered inexplicable failures. When powerful industrial sonar is lowered into this peculiar water, the instruments become erratic. The sound signal descends for tens, even hundreds of meters, only to vanish into an unfathomable void, meeting no resistance. These Black Lakes possess no discernible bottom in the conventional sense. They are not natural basins, but rather colossal, perfectly vertical shafts bored directly through the Earth's crust. The water within these bottomless wells is crystal clear, yet its immense depth in relict fluid. A daring hypothesis suggests these Black Lakes are merely surface conduits, gateways to a vast, hidden subterranean ocean. And sometimes, in the profound silence of the night, researchers have documented a peculiar phenomenon. On the placid surface of the water, a subtle, perfectly symmetrical geometric ripple begins to form. This occurs even when not the slightest breeze stirs the air. This rippling is accompanied by a low-frequency hum emanating from unknown depths. What operates at the bottom of this abyss? What cyclopean mechanisms compel the water to vibrate? This mystery remains sealed beneath kilometers of frigid black water. In the very heart of Western Siberia lies a territory larger than some European nations, the Vasyugan Marshes. The world's most extensive wetland system, it functions as a colossal natural filter, absorbing carbon and regulating the planet's temperature. But to researchers of anomalies, this place is known for a different phenomenon, a realm of wandering lights and geomagnetic surges. At night, luminous spheres, plasmoids, ascend from the mire. They can hang motionless for hours or move in synchronized patterns as if obeying an unseen command. Officially attributed to methane emissions igniting from static electricity, this explanation falters when faced with lights that defy wind and move with deliberate intent. The Vasyugan Marshes are an ideal time capsule. The peat possesses extraordinary preservative qualities, with peat layers reaching depths of tens of meters. Scientists believe that beneath this impenetrable, ancient landscape, secrets of a forgotten era lie waiting. Beneath the layers of permafrost and ancient peat lie forests from a pre-glacial epoch, the campsites of early humans, and perhaps celestial objects that plunged earthward, swallowed by the bogs without a sound. This vast wilderness guards its secrets fiercely, repelling both technology and humankind. The eighth mystery compels a radical reevaluation of geology. Deep within the taiga, far from any modern or ancient settlements, expeditions frequently discover rock formations whose surfaces are coated in a dark, glassy layer. Granite, basalt, quartzite, all fused as if subjected to temperatures of thousands of degrees. Science has a term for this: vitrification, the glassy transformation of rock. Typically, such phenomena are associated with volcanic eruptions or meteorite impacts. Yet, in these remote regions, neither is present. Some rocks have bonded so intensely they form monolithic, glassy carapaces. What forces could generate such colossal temperatures in the heart of a cold, dense forest? The theory of ancient wildfires crumbles under scrutiny. A conflagration, however immense, cannot melt granite. These scars resemble the collateral damage of powerful energy installations, as if the taiga itself served as a testing ground for technologies beyond our comprehension, leaving behind an eternal glassy imprint upon the stone. The taiga conceals not only natural anomalies, but also the secrets of those who sought refuge within its depths by choice. In the 17th century, fleeing religious reforms, thousands of old believers vanished into the impenetrable forests. The story of the Lykov family, living in absolute isolation, is known, but it represents merely the tip of an immense iceberg. The ninth mystery unfolds as a sprawling network of subterranean galleries and hidden hermitages concealed beneath the taiga's roots. The old believers were not merely builders of wooden huts. They engineered multi-level underground cities, their entrances artfully disguised as uprooted trees or unassuming ravines. Within these subterranean sanctuaries, where the temperature remained perpetually stable, lay their greatest treasures. And this wealth was not of gold, but of knowledge. Legends whisper that within the Siberian taiga lies a portion of Ivan the Terrible's famed library, the Liberia, alongside ancient Vedic texts inscribed on golden plates. Periodically, geologists stumble upon stone-lined ventilation shafts in the wilderness, plunging deep into the earth. Yet, few dare to descend. The taiga guards the wisdom of ages within its dark, cold heart. We draw closer to revelation. The 10th mystery occurred much more recently, in 2002, proving that the taiga continues to draw and transform. The event, known as the Vitimsky Bolide, illuminated the night sky above the Bodaibo region with an unearthly glow. Eyewitnesses reported a low hum that vibrated through the very mountains. Again, as it had a century prior, the taiga witnessed immense swaths of forest flattened, the trees felled as if by an invisible, colossal hand. The earth yielded no crater, yet this time modern instruments were present. What they recorded at the epicenter was astonishing. Snow across a vast expanse glowed in the darkness. Readings revealed radioactive isotopes and heavy metals, elements not found in ordinary meteorites. Hunters near the event reported a fleeting sensation of weightlessness, as if gravity had been suspended for several seconds across an area of tens of kilometers. This phenomenon, known as the Vitim event, suggested processes involving high energies, anti-gravity, and quantum effects were occurring within the taiga. Rare elements, scattered across the Siberian wilderness, were silently absorbed by the forest, which regenerated with incredible speed. And now, we approach the ultimate enigma. The one secret. The thread that binds all these preceding mysteries. It is a discovery made only recently by biologists, a revelation that reshapes our very understanding of life. We perceive the taiga as a collection of millions of individual trees. This is not so. The taiga is a single, continuous, colossal organism. Beneath the earth, stretching down many meters, lies the great mycelial network. These microscopic threads entwine the roots of every tree, every shrub, across millions of square kilometers. Through this subterranean network, akin to fiber optic cables, nutrients, water, and information are transmitted. Biologists have proven that trees communicate. If drought strikes one edge of the taiga or a pest appears, trees transmit a chemical signal through the mycelium for hundreds of kilometers. Other trees, forewarned, alter their leaf structures, preparing their defenses. This is a vast neural network, a biological internet, evolving over millennia. The taiga possesses memory. It holds an extraordinary level of awareness. This global intelligence restores balance. It is this consciousness that absorbs radiation, conceals ancient ruins, heals craters, and dissolves into its bogs that which must remain unfound. The one secret sounds both terrifying and majestic. When we step into the taiga, we walk upon a thinking, breathing superorganism, observing our every move. We have flown over its canopy and descended into its darkest depths. We have touched secrets that emanate a chilling, ancient wisdom. And while we erect glass skyscrapers and launch rockets, somewhere in the deep Siberian wilderness, amidst ancient cedars, beats the ancient green heart of the planet, guarding mysteries yet to be unraveled.